Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to create a simple HTML components using Vanilla CSS, Bootstrap and Tailwind CSS. And to do this in style, see how much effort it will need. The reason I like to do it because currently and the CSS util Tailwind CSS is getting popular. It's also quite new for me, so let's see how much effort when we just style simple components use through each of them. And now let's start it. I have a simple HTML just set up, and I have the live server installed as a plug for VS Code, so it running in the localhost 5500, and it just have a simple animal printed out. The first task I'm just going to this is just how about like start input, since we always use it. First I'm going to put the input under the container. And inside the container we just maybe put it inside the phone, since this is a phone element. And you obviously see in here, once you have the element, it just non-zero star. It is basically the browser style. When you active, this is the outline for this input. And first I just have this container that is lay in the middle of the page. So looking a bit later. So now we CSS normally just put in the styles the container. Just give the width instead of 80%. Then we have the margin left and right auto. And now you could see the element just moved inside a bit. I'm going to create a 1, 2, 3, and let they are 9 in the node in the same page. So I'm going to let this container display like a flex, and flex direction will be a corner. So from top to bottom, and also give a corner gap 10 pixels. I believe it's low gap. Let's see what it is. And now just start the input. So if I give this style is called input. Now we can start. First, I like the input take the whole width of this row. So we could say width 100% in. And the second thing I like give some padding. 10 pixels, and I like give the body exactly by default. Maybe give some, I think a black is fine, maybe light bit, see what it look like. So yeah, once I like to get rid of this outline. And also give some border radius. See, we like give on focus and on hover, we just give some color. We just change the color to dark. And maybe keep it a little bit thick. Like maybe just put it in one line. Instead of the one with 2 peaks solid black. If we focus, you see, it's different. So we have a different style for them. And fine. Now let's do the same in Bootstrap. If we need a Bootstrap, we're going to use the CDN. Let's just find it. This is the CSS Bootstrap start for us. Just put it on the list, so don't affect this one. And the Bootstrap for the input, it all put in the form. So in here, it have the input, and it actually called a form controller. So in here, you see this is all Bootstrap style. Just put over there. Say, basically, actually, just give one class name. And this actually don't do any style. This all you. And we could say also text. And we don't have any class. We have the class. This is Bootstrap class, and this is the placeholder. This is previous you say email. So by default you don't put anything. This is a placeholder. Once you over there, so you see, and have the placeholder. Same like it's me, and my one is called search, and they have the padding slightly different. Mine one's padding top, it is all like a 10 pixel. It's wider, and also they have the radio and have the focus state. Now let's do it in Tailwind. Tailwind is same, and you also don't need to write the CSS. But in Tailwind, we just text and class. We need to find the Tailwind class. Maybe put a search. Yeah, let's refresh. And by default, they don't have anything. Now let's put some Tailwind classes over there. For Tailwind class, we did put the Tailwind and CDN over there. And if you go here, go to the documentation. In here, he said if you come, I don't like use Tailwind. I like use this one. Play with the CDN. So it's very simple. Just put it in here. And the CSS, let's see, at the moment, I just found that if you use Tailwind CSS and Bootstrap at the same time, they have some name classes conflicts with each other. So if we're going to start use Tailwind, we have two uncommon, the Bootstrap one. So the Bootstrap style won't going to apply. Instead, it is the CSS class applied. So in here, actually, the Tailwind and doesn't like a Bootstrap. You just write one class. So then the entire input is start. And in Tailwind, you actually just write whatever you CSS you want into your components or your layout element. For example, for here, I also like if without this one, I didn't use the container overview, so you could see in here. So basically, and W is for the width, and 4 out of 5, it is 80%, and MX is horizontally on margin left, margin right, auto, and the margin to top is 1. Well, 1 represents how much you need to go to Tailwind to see it. So if you go Tailwind in here, empty, then 1. So it's a margin. So margin 1 represents how much you actually can see in here. Margin 1. If you see all of it, empty margin top 1. Margin top 1. So 1 it represents 4 pixels. In here, so I centered the container, and later they go top have a little bit of space. In here, and later also this input take the whole width and give the border, border it is 2 probably also is a bit thick, not 1 pixel, 2 pixel. And the outer line I just get rid of. Once you hover you don't have the outer line. And the second thing it is the rounded it is this one, the border rounded. Then you have the padding 2, and I put border slash 300 is this color. But once you border hover, you actually have different color. In here, why didn't show it out? Very strange. And let this refresh. So you can see it show it out. I actually need a refresh, not very smart. Then let serve. So once I refresh, so you hover, you can see the whole stated color coming out. So compare with these three, they develop fast. Definitely still it is the Bootstrap. It's already popular for years, probably more than 10 years. But the Tailwind is like a vanilla CSS. They are not really opinionated. And Bootstrap, when you go into write it, they already have their own style, like this border, you see. So some of this style you need to get rid of quite need a very much strategy. But the Tailwind, it is just a CSS. It actually definitely take you time to remember this one, but with a few working on, but you can search over there and once you get used to just feel this one and similar, just like a vanilla CSS, not too much different. Just need to get a time to get used of them. So if you're looking for this one, why and this fast, because these have a rapid build a modern website without ever leverage you don't need to lift your HTML, you see. Obviously just write in here if it is dark mode, and they already have a dark mode concerned. And also it's mobile first. If in here is a media screen, it's display flex, and the media screen padding top is 0, and from media to the up. So actually you see have all of this built in. It's quite a very nice one, and also it's good to learn it since it has a lot of feature. Not very opinion. I personally quite like it. Thank you for watching. Bye.